We are back for episode 2 of Knowing Me, Knowing Blues, and today I am joined on the sofa by Jack Grimmer. Jack, hello, how are you?
I'm very well.
Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Did you see the last episode of Knowing Me, Knowing Blues?
I did. I think you chose a very capable and a good choice for the first
Yeah, you did the job
episode.
for me really, didn't it?
It's a tough act to follow, yeah it is, but
you'll be fine, but you know how it's going to go.
Yes.
So the questions have been flying in. We've got quite a few here. Are you ready? Should we jump into it?
Yeah, I dread to think what some of these are, but yeah, hopefully
Okay.
some good ones.
There are some good ones actually, I've read through them. First, we've got from WWFC Mexico. I don't know if that's supposed to be Mexico, but it says Mexico, so we're going to go with that. Having played superbly as a centre-back for many games now, do you feel more comfortable in that position or as a right-back?
Yeah, I think I'd played there a few times before this season, and then this season I think due to injury I found myself playing there quite often. It is a position I feel quite comfortable in, but I think I do still enjoy what I would see as my favourite position as right back. But I think it's a cliche thing for footballers to say, if they're playing then who cares, so if we're playing and we're winning, not really that fussed. Just
happy to be on the pitch.
Happy to be on the pitch, to enjoying it and winning games, yeah.
Dom asked the same question actually, but then he added, do you prefer Saturday, Tuesday or one game a week?
Again, honestly, if we're winning, even if we're losing, like if you lose on a Saturday, so for me personally, like the Barnsley one, I'd have rather had the game Tuesday, even though we just had Tuesday games. Because, like, say in that instance you concede so late, you want to just play again and get the game out of the way.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I don't mind training. I'm not the biggest fan of training, so I would rather just play. So probably Saturday, Tuesday.
I feel like most players say that. Don't
Yeah,
they?
exactly.
They'd rather play than train.
Yeah, exactly.
Benjamin from Germany said, "Who is the toughest opponent you've ever played against, and why?"
Ever played against? I would say we played Tottenham while I was here. We've also played Man City, but I didn't play that game. But I'd say we played Tottenham in the Cup, and Kane and Son and Mora, like their front three were just like, I don't think it was until you play against these kinds of players you realise the levels. Like you think you're doing okay, and then you play against them, you realise you're miles away from that level. But I think Heung-min Son came on and tore it up for 20 minutes, so I'll probably give it to him. Plus he seems like one of the nicest people in football, so I'll give it to him.
So you probably wish that you were training that day then?
Well, exactly, yeah. The games where I'd rather have been at home that day, I think, yeah, for sure.
Benjamin and Nothing But Tea asked, who was your childhood football hero?
My childhood football hero? I think I grew up, obviously, I grew up an Aberdeen fan, so I would say it was Neil Simpson was actually my youth coach, and it was like, so for me at the time it was a big thing that he was my youth coach coaching me, so I'll give it to Simo. He was
lovely.
Yeah, really nice guy as well, really good guy.
Gosh. Dean said, what's your favourite thing to do on a day off?
Is it I think it was more a COVID thing, just to go a walk. I think it was.
I love going on
it's definitely something that's changed since COVID. I never used to enjoy walks, and now really enjoy a walk round. I live next to Hampstead Heath. Going a walk, chilling out, getting a coffee is probably normally what I do on my days off.
Nice, that sounds like a lovely day off.
It is normally quite chilled, and yeah.
We had this question for Jasper last week, and now we've got it again for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight a bear-sized duck or 10 duck-sized bears?
See, I've seen his I'm sure he said the opposite. I think I agree with you in the sense that I would rather fight, was it 10 duck-sized bears?
Yeah.
Because especially Jasper, he's a dwarf fighting a bear,
a massive
duck-sized.
duck.
Yeah, exactly. I would pick the 10 duck-sized bears.
Yeah, small little puppies.
Well, exactly.
Lovely.
Exactly.
Have a little cuddle.
I'd rather that than, like you said, the beak was going to be huge.
I know. How do you fight? How do you even go about that?
Especially to someone like Jasper. No offence, Jas, but I think I was surprised you went for that answer. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, moving on. Joel Heritage said, when's the collaboration with Chair Girl Sally Grimm happening?
I know, I've seen that on Twitter, and I didn't realise until they tagged me in something. She's definitely, as long as there's a collab not involved scoring goals, because I think she'll definitely beat me at that. Definitely beat me at that.
Sally.
But it is something I don't like live. So I live in North London, and it is something that I've been thinking about trying to do is get over to a game to support my namesake, especially more than anyone else. But yeah, definitely, I think we can get her to the training ground and get something going. So that would be.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Johnny King said, "Were you offended when Wycombe fans christened you the Scottish Cafu, considering you're much better than him?"
Oh, that's a great compliment. Don't mind it. I think it is something that, like I've had a few times, and it is like, I mean, it's a great nickname, the Scottish Cafu, to be compared in any sense to the great legend that, especially for obviously my position is but it's, to be called better than him. Not sure you know your football, but no, I'm joking.
It might
but
just be polite.
It is, yeah, it is. It's a great nickname that I'm very fond of, yeah, for sure.
Does that ever make you feel like that's a lot of pressure to live up to, though?
Yeah, I kind of think I need to do something special to sort of warrant the nickname, but yeah, it is. It's a great one.
Okay, this next question. You said before.
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favourite parts of being a footballer is the bus journeys.
Why do you enjoy the bus journey so much?
Because we've got a really good group of people at Wycombe. The squad is very sort of. I mean, you have everyone goes to their table and stuff, and we normally play cards on away days.
Right. Okay.
So our card school gets very competitive, as you can imagine, and we lost a few players in the last transfer window, which was that's football, I guess. But I think mostly it's the banter, and especially at Wycombe, the conversations you get into with people like David Wheeler. There's things about the environment, and it's very not your stereotypical conversations that you would assume would be happening on a footballer's bus. So for me, it is one of the best things. I think it's the people that are at the club, and the environment and the banter and stuff is just the best I've had by a mile.
I can imagine. I used to love school trips because of the bus
There
journey.
you go.
That was the best bit of the school trip.
I think it's nice you get out your like natural environment and you're away
And
like
snacks.
and
Bus snacks,
Yeah,
the best.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. We actually met. I'll shout out to Tyler Dickinson. He used to run a tuck shop on the bus.
No.
Yes, he did, and he used to go and get like biscuits and stuff for the journey home. Never the journey there, of course. Yeah. Professional on that, but. The journey home, and that is a big miss for us now. So.
Oh, I bet. Well, maybe you could run the tuck shop.
Yeah, I know.
Start
I can't see him because he used to go to the shop before it,
and you can't be bothered with
I can't be bothered. I don't like the boys enough. I don't think. No.
Okay, next question from Treff Griffins. Which is more satisfying, scoring a goal or a goal line clearance?
I think as a defender, I should probably say a goal line clearance, but there's no better feeling for me than scoring a goal. I've been fortunate enough I don't score many, but I seem to score good ones or in good moments, and for me the feeling can't be replicated in any other sort of walk of life. So for me it's got to be scoring
a goal. I've got another one to add on to that. Would you rather miss a penalty or score an own goal? Obviously none of them, but which one? If you had to take one.
Touch wood, I've not done either. Touch wood, but if I was to, I don't know, that's
hard,
actually a really hard question.
Yeah.
Because I picture like in the big games, like when we played at Wembley, if I was to have, say JJ scored the penalty, if I was to miss that, I've never been asked that before. I'd say I think I'd rather score an own goal,
Score an own goal.
Because it can
by both, but.
because it could be really unlucky. But missing a penalty is a flat out like you against the keeper.
You've just missed.
And
everybody's seen it. Yeah.
I think I'd rather score an own goal. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, have you ever rewatched a match that you've played in?
The full match?
The full match.
The full match.
Sat down with your snacks and watched yourself play?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
both positions, both times at Wembley.
I thought you were going to say no for some reason.
No, I've watched, not the full match, like, because there were sometimes like replays of our Wembley games on Sky. My one with Coventry I've rewatched, and the one with Wycombe that we won. I wouldn't rewatch it if we lost because it's just there's no place for it. But the games that we won, then yeah, if they're on, then it's because it brings back such good memories and such good times. So yeah.
Deep Blue Me said, if you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a hard question.
That is a hard question off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, one song. I was laughing with the boys in the canteen because any time they think about me and music, they just think of the Proclaimers. It's
Of
typical.
course.
So yeah, I'll pick. I don't know.
My thing with this question is, I feel like
that's-
if you listen to something all the time, then you hate it.
Well, then it turns
So if
into
it's your favourite
torture.
song, you don't
like
wanna hate it.
some form of torture. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it would be. I don't know. I'll pick like Mumford and Sons. Yeah, but then there's. Honestly, I'll give you Mumford and Sons. It would be one of their tracks, but I can't give you a
Can't pick
song
which
just because
one.
I'd hate to hate their music as well.
Yeah,
so
no, I know what you mean. JCS on Twitter said, if you were stranded on an island and you had to take one of the lads with you, who are you choosing? Don't offend anyone here.
So I think I could either go. Jasper was on here last week, and I don't think there'd be a single second of boredom
Probably
if
not.
you were caught on a desert island with him. I think he'd give you. I'll go Jasper because I think he'd give you good chat. He'd be practical as well. We'd get stuff done.
And he said he's taking his golf clubs as well, so you could play some golf out there.
He's taking his golf clubs
That's
on
what
this
he
island.
said last week, yeah.
Ah, right, there you go.
So
then.
sorted.
Sorted. You're sorted.
That's a holiday, you're not
Oh,
stranded.
exactly. Like, just leave us there now. That'd be fine. Yeah.
Wycombe DJ said, would you rather have infinite bacon? I wasn't expecting that. Infinite bacon, or would you be able to see an hour into the future? That's so random.
That's so random. It's got to be see an hour into the future, is it? I mean, I
don't know,
love
do you love
bacon.
bacon?
But, I mean, you can just go and get some, but like seeing an hour into the future would be good.
But what if you don't like what you see? You can maybe try and change it.
You Change it.
There we go,
So
then.
you start a game and you see what happens at the 60th minute,
And you make sure it doesn't happen.
Make sure it
you
doesn't
make sure you
happen.
don't miss that penalty.
or score the own goal.
There we go.
You go. Sorted. We've got this.
Andy on Twitter, another food one. What's your favourite cheese?
My favourite cheese is it's probably more a winter one. The camembert.
Oh, love camembert.
The
That is a
camembert
good
and
one.
warm bread.
Yeah,
is-
dip it in.
If anyone else gets that question, says anything different, they're wrong.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
End of-
Camembert is the
End of
best.
story. Yeah.
Is Iron Brew the same since they messed with the recipe? That one's from Kyle.
No.
No,
No, it's ridiculous. Take all the
you know
sugar
what?
out. Like, who wants that?
I don't know that I've tried Iron Brew before. Oh no. Joke, I had it for breakfast this morning.
Right, I'll bring you a bottle of Iron Brew in the next one. But
Amazing.
it's definitely, I think there is some places in Scotland that have they joke and say they have the old recipe.
Right, it's not.
But it's not the same, no. It like,
What does it taste like?
Bar's Iron Brew, made in Scotland from girders.
I'm going to have to get you the bottle and just
Okay.
let you taste it. You've never tried it?
I don't think so. I can't remember ever trying it, no. It's
No,
'cause
you
it's
would
like a funny-
remember this golden nectar if you tried it, trust me. Like, you,
No, I'm not the only one. Other people have not tried Iron Brew.
I bet you haven't tried haggis either, have you?
No, we had this discussion though on the way here.
Right, well, it's fine.
Haggis and Iron Brew next week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try it.
I should have brought some in for my birthday, because my birthday's on Robbie Burns Day, which is like a famous Scottish poet, and they have haggis, neeps and
Yeah,
haggis,
Burns Day,
turnips
yeah.
and potatoes, as you say, but haggis, neeps and tatties. And I'll bring some in and you can all try it.
Okay, a feast. Scottish feast.
Scottish
Can't wait for
feast,
it.
yeah, love it.
Would you rather wear boots that look amazing, they're limited edition, everybody wants them, but they stop you from scoring, or play in bare feet? All
Since
those.
or these lovely putters here,
Yeah.
I would say because I'm a defender and they stop me from scoring, I'd have to choose the nice boots.
Go for the nice boots.
The nice boots,
There we
because
go.
I don't think I'm doing much in bare feet, to be honest with you. So
And then we've got last question here. If you could have an extra body part, what would it be and where would you have it?
an extra body part.
Yes.
I would say, I don't know, because if you're choosing anything like an extra eye, you're probably like,
Yeah.
it's not a good look. So like,
No.
what body part would you need more of? I don't know. Your arms.
An
An
extra arm.
an extra
To do
hand.
what?
An extra hand. Just to everyone needs a helping hand. So just an extra hand.
Okay.
I'll take that.
I don't know what I'd go for.
Just become a professional
That's
juggler.
really difficult. An extra.
See, you see these questions.
Extra
You
of
think,
what?
what do you need an extra?
What would you need it for?
I would say an extra
Maybe
hand. Yeah, just
the eye one, but in the back of your head. Eyes in the back of your head.
I can't believe I didn't think of that in football
That
as
would be
well.
good.
That would be ideal.
There we
Yeah.
go. That's what I'm going for. Well,
That's a good answer.
Jack, Thank you so much for joining me on the sofa today.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it.
Some good questions, some
Yeah,
really
good questions
random
there.
questions. I've never heard them before in my life, but good questions, yeah.
Well, it's great having you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us for episode 2 of Knowing Me, Knowing Blues. And don't forget to keep an eye on social media to see which player will be on the sofa next week.